Instead, second down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
14-3, that's our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So on fourth down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy. Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC, 41 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
On the return, it's Tony.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown!
Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final play of the half, it's Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to take another shot here.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
On the ground with a tight end. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in
for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick.